We live in a time right now where our taste buds crave very strong taste now. Because I hear this often that the food doesn't taste like anything. I need to put this on it. I need to put that on it. This isn't flavorful enough. I need a little bit of this. I need more of that. Vegetables don't taste good. The meat doesn't taste good. I need this sauce. I need that. It just doesn't have enough flavor. And over the years, flavors have gotten stronger. Even to the extent of where we've cut out natural sugars and put in supplement sugars to the sucraloses, to the stevias, to a lot of different things to add flavor to different types of products. And even in the past, we've had flavor substitutes and the issues. I'm sure you know about different types of flavorings and even colorings and preservatives in food. But it all leads to one thing: is people have the desire for just a stronger flavor on things. And I see this is common in smells just as well. You know, people that like certain types of scents, they have their carpets cleaned, maybe their car cleaned, or this cleaned or that cleaned. They want a specific scent. They want that new car scent. And it's not just a hint of it. They want a strong smell and they want a strong taste. And this carries over into entertainment as far as movies, TV. You need that stronger shock value. You just, something small isn't good enough. You need a complicated story. You need more shock. You need more action. Always up in the bar and needing more. And this can be a way to kill your health in a sense, because people have that strong desire for flavor. It leads to people overeating products, eating the wrong foods, eating more sugars, not eating the right thing. Your taste buds have been killed. Your taste buds have been killed by oversensitive flavors. You have that desire for a stronger flavor. And to go back to anything else just tastes bland. And when it comes down to it, you're eating for your health. You're not eating for your entertainment. You're not eating for your desire. You're not supposed to be the gluttonous person that's on the hunt down for strong desires of flavor and eating for entertainment, because it leads to bad health. It can be one of the things that lead to bad health. But this is one of the things that we've kind of been looking into and talking about with friends and some of my coaches and people. And it's just, that's kind of where it starts for some. It's just that flavor. But it produces the overeating of the wrong foods, or consuming calories through liquids, through juices, through alcohol, through a lot of different types of substances. And not going to say people are just abusing the thing, but yeah, in some senses they are. But they're over consuming in areas where they shouldn't be, and not watching their health. And some of the problems comes from when you're youthful. You can put a lot of different things into your body when you're youthful and not pay the consequences for it. And you can get away with not moving a lot when you're younger and not have any consequences for it. But by the time you reach your 30s and you're so sedentary and you're sitting around and you're not moving and you're still consuming these strong tasting foods and products and always hunting more, it's going to start to take a toll on your body. And most people don't pay attention to their health, and most people don't know how they actually should eat based on their health situation. And it comes down to your body composition. What do you mean by body composition? Is not just roundness in the way you look. Body composition, talking about the muscle that your body maintains versus the fat that's on your body. Because if you know anything about how COVID and the proteins that come into the body and how it attaches itself to the lungs, it's actually encased in a fat cell. That's how it passes through. There's some vitamins and some things that are encased in like a liposomal, encased in a fat cell, and that's how it gets deeper into the body, because it's allowed to pass through there. It's not anything new. It's not a new technology. But understanding that is something that you want to prevent. And good body composition is going to produce a healthier atmosphere for your body, and that means muscle. Putting on muscle or maintaining the muscle that's on your body. And you can look at that in reverse and say not holding so much fat that's on your body, reducing the fat content on your body. And when I talk about fat, I'm not necessarily talking about visual. I'm talking about percentage. And there's different ways to find the percentages of your body fat. But you look at people and you don't want to be over 30% really body fat. I think when you started getting into the 25% area, you start to experience more discomfort, more unhealthier atmosphere. It's common people do have 17% to 23% on their body. You know, is it healthy for that individual? Well, that's, maybe, maybe not. You actually don't know that until it happens, until you actually take a look at it. But carelessly continuing with the way you ingest foods and liquids on past your late 20s and into your 30s and not exercising and just making excuses for yourself that this is just the way it is. I just have a beer gut. I drink a lot of beer. I do this and I'm not running and I'm not exercising because that's just not me. Up your insurance policies, get a stronger insurance policy. Because you're going to most likely produce an atmosphere where you're at the doctor's office. When you're at the doctor's office, some people are told by the doctor, you have no choice, but you need to lose some fat off your body. You need to make a better body for you to live in because this one isn't going to hold up for this certain amount of time. Some things in life can be preventable. It's no guarantee, but it is an effort to maintain a good, healthy body. So you increase your sustainability on this earth. And talking about a health perspective here. I want to talk about, this protein is great for the body composition. It's very important. Oftentimes people don't know what those things encounter. If you don't know, check back to some of my previous episodes where I talk about macronutrients in the body, and I explain those things. There's also the micronutrients. There's also the gut health. There's preventative measures that we take to maintain the interiors of our body so your body operates in a proper way. Now, these things go hand in hand with building and maintaining your immune system. It's not something that you're not just going to eat once and everything works okay. This is like day to day. Eating and what you put in your body is for health. It's not for entertainment. Is there room for good foods? Is there room for sweets and snacks? Yes, there is. But that can't be the primary objective. And it's something that I've seen in some of the people that I advise. They're putting these juices, these liquids in their body that in 8 ounces, they have 39 or 36 to 39 grams of carbohydrates. And it's, that's sugars. You shouldn't be having more than 40 grams of sugar in a sit-down session. If you're the average person and you're not exercising, you shouldn't have 40 grams of carbohydrates at a meal. Once you've drank that, you're beyond your limits, and you're producing an environment in your body for it to hold on to fat, especially if you're not active. If you're active, and that means exercising or you're involved in sports, it may take a little bit more than the 40 grams. But that 40 grams is in a particular type of carbohydrate. And, do your research on that carbohydrate topic. Carbs aren't bad for the body. It's the excess that people eat in, and they eat upside down to where they're almost consuming 500 carbohydrates in a day and virtually no protein, less than 50 grams in a day. When you're young, you can afford to get away with those things. when you get older, and like I said, you have to pay attention to these things. If you're behind in these things, you really put yourself into a predicament where you have to supplement, because the micro and the macro and micronutrients in the foods, sometimes you just can't eat enough. Sometimes you can't get enough of a particular thing. So you have to look for outside supplements like the vitamins and minerals, fiber, protein. Carbohydrates are always going to be there because that's the environment that you've built for so long. Now, another thing that's good for the immune system, primarily in vitamins area is vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D. That's a lengthy conversation in itself. But in talking about all this, is when you're building a strong body, you're building a strong immune system and you're maintaining it. And it's something that's really not talked about, especially during now COVID. For the last couple of years or however many months we've been dealing with this, we get into this cycle where we're talking about masks, vaccinations, social distancing, all this to prevent something that's health related. And it surprises me that how few people I've seen just, they fail to make improvements or fail to do the things that they know that can help them. Yeah, you have the randomization talk of like, let's eat some blueberries or let's eat this particular berry, but that's it. It's nothing beyond that, because in one, it takes work to do it. Number two is everyone is programmed to find the quickest route, the easiest thing to do, and want the top results when that just doesn't add up. Everybody wants to look at the shelf and drink the new Analplex and think if you drink Analplex every day, all your health problems are going to be solved. When you know the body doesn't work like that, there's nothing inside that Analplex that's going to cure all your problems and take care of your body. There's nothing in that wrap that's going to be a all-in-all solution for you. There's nothing on that patch in your body that's going to provide you daily nutrients to sustain a healthy lifestyle. If that was the case, there would be no sick people. We could all come up with this revolutionary technology outside growing fruits and vegetables and animals, the things that were put here for us. Even those have been manipulated in ways that some of them just aren't consumable. It's another topic to do your research on. But I'm here to say there's no easy fix to your situation. It's something that you have to take the time to do, or it will catch you. And some people they're just okay with that. They're just happy with being unhealthy until it's too late and they have no choice. And then they're still looking for something quick. And for some reason, they think just overnight, just because they think it and they will it, it's just going to happen. And there's no way around it. You've got to change your ways. If you've done something for 37 years, it's really hard to break that habit overnight. It may take you another year or two just to find a better way that works for you. So I put this information out there for you to take a close look at yourself and the things that you do to your body. The things that may hurt you that you put in your body, the things that may be helping you that put in your body. Pay attention to what your body's telling you, because looking in the mirror will do you wonders. And when you're evaluating your health, also maintaining a good relationship with a doctor, that can keep you out of situations of bad health, of creating a more suitable environment for viruses and disease. And there's no guarantee, but can you do your part to improve your health? Yeah, you can do that. Everybody can do it. It's just if you have the will to do it, if you have the will to do it for yourself and your family around you. And it's not an easy subject to just bring up. It's not an easy subject to just talk about, but it's one that needs to be focused on. And I'm going to include a link in the show notes from a podcast that I listened to, also watched it, that has a lot of good information in it, and it's part of what inspired me to do this podcast today. So you can kind of hear a doctor talk about these things, and if you don't do your diligence by looking in the show notes and looking at the video, then you're probably not going to do any more to improve yourself. So if you think it's important, take a look at the video. And it's nothing that you have to pay to see. It's nothing marketing. It's not $9.99 to buy my program. It's information for you to take and information for you to think about, especially when you get into the older age. You younger people still need to pay attention to this stuff. All right. So I appreciate you tuning in. Every Monday, I record a new podcast. It's called Mini Talks. You'll find my podcast on iTunes, the Podbean, some episodes on YouTube, Spotify, under the Mega Talks podcast. And I appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you share this podcast with a friend. Tell them about it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.